All right, come on, let's have some fun. Nothing structured on the agenda today, just some speed play, or Fartlek as they call it in one of those Scandinavian countries. Going for a speed play run is a great way to keep things fresh and interesting, switch it up from the day to day, but I do like to have a purpose when I'm doing these types of runs. When I go out on one of these speed play or Fartlek runs, I use them to dial in my pacing, dial in my racing surges. It's great to really dial in the feel of these kind of paces. Not just a particular speed, but how you feel as you're running faster, as you're slowing down, as you're cruising back into your regular pace in between these little mini pickup segments. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Well, great to have the sun out finally. So what is it that makes this a playful run? It's always fun to run fast, right? That's one thing. It's almost like an interval run, but it's not an interval run. You're mixing in segments of faster running throughout a regular run, an easy run. The difference generally being is that the segments of faster running are not timed, they're not measured out in distance, and also the recovery periods, untimed, not measured out, just kind of play. And you feel like running a little bit faster for however long, you run a little bit faster for however long you want. It's one of the keys to keeping this fun and playful is that your pickups, you want them to be at a relaxed, quick, but not aggressive pace. The goal here is not to exhaust yourself. It's kind of just keep your legs feeling fresh. So what I'll do is I'll typically do these on one of my easy days when I'm feeling good, usually in between either long run or workout days. So it's kind of sandwiched in the middle of more structured type of running days. But I'll typically do around 1 minute pickups. I won't have this programmed in my watch or anything. I don't want to make this serious in any way. So I'll check, run for the minute. I will kick off the laps. I am a data guy, but you don't have to. The way to keep your effort in check and ensure that this doesn't turn into a strenuous workout is that in between your pickups, one of the main purposes of this run is to get a feel for how quickly you recover. You should be able to recover quite easily back into whatever easy or steady pace you were running before you started the pickup. If you have to drastically slow down in order to catch your breath, or as the session goes on, you do a few segments and it becomes harder and harder to keep up that steady pace in between the pickup segments, that's a sign that you're doing those a little bit too fast. You're kind of getting into interval or workout territory, and that's not what you want for this kind of run. You want to save that hard effort for your structured workout days. When is the best time to do one of these kinds of runs? I'm actually one day before I'm planning to do a structured interval workout, and I find that if I run a little bit quicker the day before, it seems to activate my legs a little bit better. I do feel a little bit looser on the actual workout day. So that's absolutely one scenario where this run is good. Of course, this is just play, so whenever you're feeling good, just throw it in there. Of course, I have to talk about shoe choice. I'm here running in the Brooks Catamount 4, doing some testing. Fast shoe. You want to feel good. Everybody feels good when they're running fast. Everybody feels good when you're out there in a shoe that just feels quick. And like I said in the beginning, I like to have a purpose every time I go out for a run. I don't really decide to do one of these runs as I'm out there on the trail. So I'll know beforehand, hey, I feel like going a little quicker today. Maybe I'll do a little quick fartlek day, and I'll pick my shoes accordingly. You don't want to be out there in a heavy, cushy cruiser shoe and then say, oh, let's go pick up the pace, and then you just feel a little sluggish. Maybe you're not used to running quicker in those particular shoes either. So I would recommend definitely going out one of your speedier shoes, not a racing shoe, but something that you're going to feel good and quick running in. Once you start practicing this more and more, you'll want to add a little bit more intention in and really pay attention to the feeling of running those paces, how it feels to pick up that pace, how it feels to recover from those paces, how quickly or easily or how much difficulty do you have getting back into steady running after some of those pickups. Hey there. That's what I mean when I talk about having a purpose to your run. You want to come away from these runs learning something about yourself and your running. Oh, that felt too fast. That was too much. If I'm in a race situation and the surge goes out at that level, can I go with it? Sometimes it's hard to learn those things in the heat of the moment if you're in a competitive situation, or if you just hit a runnable section and you find that you naturally pick up your pace. Sometimes it can be hard to get back your rhythm if you're not used to varying paces with different types of terrain. Having that experience of switching up your paces, increasing your effort, decreasing it, leveling out, that's going to help you over the course of any run, not just racing. One thing you may want to avoid is doing this, as I describe it, in hillier terrain. Of course, if you want to go out there and play around and climb up and down some hills, by all means, have at it. That's fun too. But what I'm talking about in regards to dialing in your effort and your paces, hills, they'll definitely ramp up the effort level, make it a little tricky to gauge. That's something you could do probably if you're more experienced. Again, I like to come out of these types of runs feeling fresh, feeling quick, feeling ready to go for tomorrow's workout perhaps. So I generally don't do these on hills. Alright, so here we come. Slight decline section here. Let's do a quick 30 seconds. Get the legs moving a little. Feel fast. Ready, set, go. Doing about 540 per mile on a minor descent. Obviously, breathing nice and easy. Well, what the heck? Let's go longer than 30 seconds. About 5:45. Heart rate's 160. That's high aerobic. No problem in my zones. All right, 1 minute. Here we go. Check the recovery. Keep my legs going. Let's see, about 40 seconds now. Down to 150. All right, 1 minute after that. 145. Back in aerobic zone. Not much more to say about it. Simple and fun. If there's one takeaway that I do want to stress when you do this type of run, is that recovery period. You don't want to have it be a recovery period as in your structured interval workouts. You want to make sure you're cruising back down into your easy or steady pace in between the times you pick up the pace. The idea is to generally be running a steady pace with periods of pickups sprinkled in. So that's about it for now. I hope you're enjoying humble running so far. Get out there and play.